Hey everyone, welcome back to the Delt Day of Giving live stream. We have an amazing and exciting update to share with you. While we were away, we had some major gifts come in, and now we have exceeded over $109,000 raised this year. That's through 185 gifts. Once we hit those 200 gifts, remember that we unlock another $2,500 that can be applied and generated to the Delt Annual Fund. Also remember that right now we have the Order of the Sea Challenge. So once we hit 15 people who join the Order of the Sea today or make an Order of the Sea gift, we will unlock a $15,000 gift as well. Can't wait to see those come in. I know you're going to help us get there. You know, a lot of these major gifts that are coming in today are supporting the Delt Annual Fund. And these can be applied, or this fund helps shape the entire fraternity's resources and foundations. And it can be applied to wherever we feel as the need is needed the most right now. And one of the places that the annual fund helps out a ton is providing the chapter consultant program. A lot of people like to say our chapter consultants are the most vital resource that the fraternity offers, as they actually get to go out around the nation, step foot on campuses, into shelters, and talk with the men who are currently the undergraduates of the fraternity, and also meet with some of our alumni, our housing corporations, and volunteers to provide a better fraternity experience for everybody involved. So in just a minute, we're going to take a look at the day in the life of a chapter consultant through one of our current chapter consultants, Trey Wallen. So please stay tuned, and we're going to go over and see what that's like for Trey.
Hello and good morning. My name is Trey Wallen. I'm a chapter leadership consultant for Delta Tau Delta. I'm going to be documenting some things that I do, meetings that I do, really just kind of taking you through what it looks like to be a leadership consultant for Delta Tau Delta. I'm visiting the Gamma Mu chapter, University of Washington, so can't wait to show you all the things that happens throughout the day, and really it's an exciting time, so thanks for going on this journey with me. And going to find some breakfast here on University Boulevard. As you can see, kind of a very cool happening place. Usually can have meals at the chapter house, which is very exciting, but woke up earlier than they were serving today, so going to grab some food. Just finished up the morning meetings, so today had a meeting surrounding recruitment, best practices of how to go about it for the chapter, and specifically trying to cater resources toward the specific environment at the school, as well as went over organizational practices, ways of kind of going over internal communication. Have a house corporation meeting later this evening. Going to go out, get a few hours of fresh air for a little bit of a break, but I'll keep y'all posted. In terms of the work portion as a consultant, this is generally a report that I kind of go through. So I'll take you through a little bit of the last one that I actually just finished up. This was for Theta Omega at Northern Arizona University. They're in a great spot, so really just checking in, have kind of a general introduction, and then throughout the visit, I'll be asking officers as well as determining from what I've seen from other chapters to put into kind of focus areas, providing links and resources and things that I would legitimately find effective and helpful to the chapter. At the end of the day, this is more so a way of me touching base with them, kind of continuing forward with dates, things that are responsible, things like that. I write a good chunk about what was accomplished during the visit, conversations that were had, and then kind of wrap it up with a conclusion and a letter of thanks for having me, and especially when it's a great chapter and a great chapter visit, ends up being my way of being able to touch base and be a continuing resource for the chapter. I thought this was a good opportunity to show you kind of the environment and the space that I get to work in every day. So this is the kind of treasury room at Delta Mu. So obviously it's different chapter to chapter. Have a great place to work. These guys have been super welcoming. But if there isn't a house, we'll do kind of these meetings on campus. Sometimes chapters will reserve a room for me. Really, at the end of the day, it's about kind of making those connections. And a lot of times that has started out on a really great note of, here's your space to work. Here we are with Gamma Music Zach. Say hi, fellas.
Hey.
Hi. Just touching base on kind of some things that the chapter could work on, a variety of different things that I'll eventually kind of put in my report.
So just out here for a little bit of a break, catching a baseball game. This is the advisor GAMMU, Travis. Every once in a while you'll have an advisor that takes you out, go to a baseball game, kind of chat, talk work, business, all those things, but look at the view. Kind of a beautiful break.
Not a bad place to catch a game.
I'll tell you what, Trey sold himself and what he does on a daily basis so short. The amount of support that he provides is just insane. Some of our chapter consultants will wake up at 6 a.m. and not have a chance to go to bed until sometimes 11 p.m. at night. They really want to make sure that this experience that fraternity men all around the United States are getting is the best possible. And you may have seen Travis featured in that video as well. We're going to hear from Travis a little bit later about how he is working to further engage our alumni so that, chapter consultants aren't only making a difference in the lives of undergraduates, but those who have since graduated, and make sure that Delt is a constant companion till the day that you die, essentially. But if you want to support the chapter consultants and the chapter consultant program, of course, you can always make a gift to the annual fund, but also consider joining me in making a gift to the chapter consultant fund. You can find that on the donation page through the drop-down box. This will ensure that those resources are strictly devoted to our chapter consultants to make sure that we can not only recruit the best men, but also retain the best men. This year we've had a fantastic traveling staff of consultants, and I'm so happy to say that we have 4 of them returning for a second year this upcoming academic year, along with 3 other brand new consultants who are going to hit the road and make a difference in the lives of so many. But more than that, the chapter consultant program is a fantastic way to keep, many of Delt's journey going and making sure that it's so impactful. For me personally, it was the most impactful experience I ever had to be a part of. And truly was eye-opening not only for personal development, but also professional development. And so if you see the value in this, please consider supporting that fund or the annual fund to ensure that we can continue to make sure that program is filled with the best and most high-quality men interacting with our chapters across the United States. But once again, be sure to come back at 5. We're going to be having a conversation with Andrea Fogel, talking a little bit about how we are supporting some of our volunteers, such as our chapter advisors, facilitators, you name it, to make sure that while our chapter consultants aren't there and doing their visits, that our men who are in chapters are continuously supported by those who are in their areas, such as chapter advisors. So as you're thinking about that, if you had any chapter consultant who made an impact in your life, or maybe a chapter advisor who made an impact in your life, consider making a gift in their honor at deltsgive.org or by clicking the link in any of our social media posts. Thanks, and we'll see you back at 5.